What's going on, man? Welcome back to the basement. Had to adjust the camera real quick. How are we doing? It is just 9:30 p.m. on a Tuesday night, and I figured I would bring to you people a Dynasty rookie mock draft. We just had the combine wrap up. It's a very exciting time. I have my prospect grading stuff done. I think I'm going to do a Dynasty Rankings update this weekend. So I kind of just wanted to hop on here and do a nice little Dynasty rookie mock draft and just kind of, I don't know, shoot the shit with you guys, talk through these prospects and just kind of talk through my thoughts after the combine, what, when you put rubber to road, when you actually hop into a rookie mock draft and see how things really shake out. How are we doing, fellas? If you're in here, say what's up, say hello. I know earlier I said, I had to go take a dump real quick. You guys, look, I had to delay the stream for a second there. But how are we doing? I'm going to say what's up to the people. And then we're going to get right into this. Now, let's first do this. Now, this is going to pop up super crazy. These are the landing spots we're working with here. I just want to have them up so that we all kind of see what's going on here. I'll touch on it in a second. But I do want to talk through, where should I even put this, dude? Let me put this in the top left. You guys, make sure you read up on that. I'm going to drop a rookie mock draft sleeper link in the chat in like 5-10 minutes. We're going to have that screenshot up for the entire time. We're just going to draft. Like, those are the landing spots. Like, that is the draft that has happened. So, how are we doing in here? What's going on? Brock wants a QJ breakdown. We'll talk QJ in a second. Examine the AM on pediatrics. Ron going live. Bro, F them kids. What else we got? First live show you call in a while. Okay, let's go. Love to see it. The GOAT. Let's go. My dude, what's up? How are we doing? We got Christian in here. I think Ron got a call in extras. Feels good to be in the basement. That's where we're at. AR-15, you're an Indianapolis Colt. No, he is a Raider in this one. Can you talk about trying to avoid overfitting with modeling for FF, or is it inevitable? We'll touch on some questions in a second, but it's a tough rope to walk, or tightrope to walk, if you will. What do we got? Cardinals draft spot is solid for Gibbs. I think Bijan pick 10. So let's talk through this real quick. So we're going to do a rookie mock draft on Sleeper here in a second, but I do want to touch on what we're going to be like basing it off of, right? So this is a combination of two mock drafts, okay? Todd McShay dropped his mock draft today, post-combine mock draft, so I really wanted to use that, right? He's one of the big talking heads in the community, but it's only one round. One round's not going to do a ton for us. So shout out Shane P. Hallam. He's on Twitter. He's like the only guy out there that consistently does like huge like 7-round mock drafts. So I then took his second and third round mock draft, tweaked a couple things, and it spit out this. So this is a chart. I have the round, the pick, the team, the position they play, the player, all of that good stuff here. And let's just sort of rattle them off real quick. So in this make-believe land we're about to do this rookie draft in, we have Bryce Young goes 1 to the Colts, so they trade up. C.J. Stroud to the Texans, Anthony Richardson to the Raiders at 4, Will Levis to the Panthers at 9. So he has 4 quarterbacks going in the top 10. I don't think that's all that wild, to be honest. Then he has Bijan in the top 10. He has Bijan going 10th overall, which is pretty crazy. That used to be a definition for legendary for running back. It's not anymore, but he used to be getting drafted top 10. I got to be honest, I think the Eagles are a pretty forward-thinking franchise, and I disagree with McShay vehemently here, but selfishly for our dynasty needs, that's insane. Quentin Johnson to the Patriots at 14 isn't super sexy. Mayer to the Packers, Jordan Addison to the Chargers in the first round, JSN to the Ravens, kind of awful spot for JSN. Honestly, awful spot for all of the top receivers besides Addison. Giants for Zay Flowers is probably fine. Dalton Kincaid to the Cowboys is fun. Darnell Washington to the Bengals in the first round is really, really fun. Jahmyr Gibbs to the Cardinals isn't great. Like, he probably sort of splits work with James Conner. Though anywhere Gibbs goes, he'll probably be splitting work with a bigger back, so I think that's probably fine. Luke Musgrave to the Panthers is fun. Jalen Hyatt to the Titans in the second round. Now we're in the second round at this point. Josh Downs also to the Patriots. So they draft Quentin Johnston and Josh Downs, which is a little bit weird, but we've seen weirder things happen. I'm trying to think of other instances of teams like taking 2 wide receivers. I guess you could say Romeo Doubs and Christian Watson, but that was a little bit further apart than that. You have Zach Charbonnet on the Dolphins, which is really fun. Cedric Tillman on the Chargers, which is really fun. Hendon Hooker to the Lions. I will say some of these teams take, two of the same player. Again, it's not perfect, right? It's two mock drafts combined, but I still don't think that that's out of character for some teams to double up. You have the Giants going with tight end Sam Laporta, Devin Achane to the Cowboys. Pollard got tagged, so that's a little bit weird. Tyler Scott to the Chiefs, Kendre Miller to the Bears. This is now the third round. Tyjae Spears to the Texans, Rashee Rice to the Packers, Marvin Mims to the Bucks, A.T. Perry to the Seahawks. These are all kind of meh to me. Tucker Kraft to the Dolphins. I guess that's a fun spot for him. Sean Tucker to the Vikings isn't great. Bryce Ford Wheaton, who lit the combine on fire, I guess, is going to the Cowboys. Roshan Johnson to the Panthers. Zach Evans to the Chiefs, which is actually really nice. I doubt he goes third round, though. And then to wrap it all up, Luke Schoonmaker to the 49ers. So that is that. Now, let me make this sleeper rookie mock draft. We'll hop in here. I'll make sure that picture is up for the entire time. What do we think about that? About these spots, fellas? What do we think? Some of them are kind of like, none of them are all that ultra sexy. I guess Sharbs to the Dolphins is nice. Yeah, the Patriots taking two young wide receivers isn't amazing. All right, so we'll do like 2 or 3 rookie mock drafts. I have some time tonight. Honestly, probably not gonna pull quite an all-nighter, but I'm gonna be getting busy tonight, doing an outline. We're gonna have videos all this week, fellas. We're going hard. The combine's wrapped up. It's time to get serious about posting again. So rookies only, 60 seconds, 12 teams, 2 quarterback. We'll do linear because I know you guys like linear. And then I guess we'll just do I'm trying to think of what we should do in terms of like positions. Should it just be one of everything? Or should it just be let's just do 4 bench spots, to be honest. I don't know. Or we'll just do 4 super flex spots. I don't really know what else the play is there. But I know Danny was telling me that it just gives you one, it doesn't let you sort by position. So let's actually fix that real quick. If I do one of each, that's probably going to work instead. Yeah, okay. One of each, and then I don't think there's any position limits, right? I could be wrong. All right. I'm going to drop the link in a second. Yeah, I absolutely do. Darnell Washington on the Bengals. That would literally give me such euphoric joy on draft night. All right, so let me copy the link here. My bad for taking a little bit here. All right. 4 rounds. Rookie mock link. And I'm going to drop it in the chat below and just join up. And again, it's going to be based off of these landing spots. So boom, I think that should work. Now in the meantime, let's pull up my screen. I think we'll do this. So I'll cover the remaining players. It's not like super ideal, but I think that this is probably fine. All right, so we're at 100%. Let me get my face cam up here. There we go. By the way, we updated. I keep saying it all over the place, but I updated the lights and everything. Dude, it looks very pretty in here. So let's move this up. Should I zoom in any more? I don't want to have to slide to see the whole thing, but I want to be as zoomed in as possible. Okay, I think that this is probably good. In terms of zoom, you're not going to be able to see my available players. Maybe I should do this. No, it doesn't really fix anything. Yeah, so you're just not going to see the available players, but you can kind of get a feel. I think that this is fine. What do we think? I do need to create a space to put your guys' comments, though. So hold on. Read that Eagles prefer bell cow back over committee. Yeah, but I just don't. I think that if they do that, they probably take somebody like later on, if that makes sense. Like I think that they take somebody in the second round, or or the pick that's like what they're like 30th overall, the one that's like actually theirs. Like I don't think that they spend a top 10 pick on Bijan. You guys are saying that the join draft button doesn't work for me. Is anybody else having problems joining the draft? We need 3 more here, or 2 more. Should I make another link? Here's another link. Try this one. And this is going to be Dynasty Superflex Tight End Premium Rookie Mock Draft. Yeah, I agree. I agree. I don't think he actually ends up going top 10. It's just where this mock has him. Now, we're going to do a little bit of a randomize here. We'll do a bit of a randomizer here, and then we'll get started. All right, so LeVar Lost Son, first up. I'm at the 108. Now, yo, I'm streaming, King. You doing laundry?
No, I was seeing what's good.
I'm literally streaming, dude.
What are you doing streaming?
We're doing a rookie mock draft.
Rookie mock draft?
Mm-hmm. We got Bijan going 101. We have all of the landing spots here.
Okay.
In the draft, we have Bryce Young going to the Colts, CJ Stroud to the Texans, Superflex tight end premium. I know you're in one of those.
Yeah.
But Bijan goes 10th to the Eagles in this mock. Bryce Young goes first to the Colts, CJ Stroud second to the Texans. I'm up at 108.
Okay.
What's up? You just came in down here to see what's popping?
Yeah, I thought you were playing Hogwarts.
No, I'm not playing Hogwarts, G. I'm out here. I'm on the clock, boy.
Alright, see you.
All right, I'll see you, King. All right. So I guess I'm on the clock here. We have JSN goes, Levis goes. Honestly, just give me Quentin Johnson. He goes first round. I know the Patriots aren't super ideal, but I don't really care. Been a minute. Yeah, you said what's good, little bro. Yeah, he hasn't been down here since, or on a stream since the one where you slapped me with a tortilla. Real ones know that. What else we got here? But completely threw me off what we were doing here. But we have Bryce Young, CJ Stroud, Richardson. We have JSN go, even though he's a Raven. But I will say, I don't think that him being a Raven would really throw me off a ton. I will say Anthony Richardson, the 104, as a Raider who went 4th overall in the draft. I'm very much okay with the 104 price on him. I've seen him go as high as 102. I've even seen him go as high as 101. I think Raiders 4th overall. Like, imagine he has like Devontae Adams and Josh Jacobs and a pretty damn good O-line. I think that would actually be pretty sweet. Will Levis 9th to the Panthers. I don't know. I said that weird. But I think that's probably fine for him. Gibbs 107. Cardinals. That's probably fine, though. I would probably take Quentin Johnston over him. Sharp at 109. Honestly, Sharp second round to the Dolphins. I guess you could creep him above. I think I would probably still take Addison, but I do admit it gets close there. It for sure gets close. Hide the tortillas. Yeah, Chargers Addison at the 110 feels crazy. I'm telling you guys, Addison's going to be a value, man. People are really scared off by the size, and like I sort of understand where you're coming from. He's really tiny, or not really tiny, he's just thin, but he is a route running savant. You know, he is like, I would call him like a budget version of Devonta Smith. I don't think that he's going to give you 20 point per game seasons, but I don't understand the idea to just push him all the way back after that. What else we got in here? I know Brock wanted me to touch on Quentin Johnston. I have a wide receiver rankings video tomorrow. I'm going to give you my top 5 wide receiver rankings, running back rankings, tight end rankings, quarterback rankings, kind of go through the prospect model and anything that I've changed all this week. So you're going to hear about me talk wide receivers tomorrow. But with Quentin Johnston, I get that he body catches, but at the end of the day, I don't watch film. I don't have an input for drops. We've seen a guy like Deontay Johnson struggle with drops, and it didn't really stop him from commanding targets, putting up good fantasy seasons. Like, he got benched for a couple quarters. I want to say Amari Cooper maybe had some drop issues early on, but it's just, he's going to be a first-round pick. And Lance Zierlein has him graded as a first round pick. So those are my film inputs. And if the dropping was or the body catching and stuff was as much of an issue as people seem to think it is, he wouldn't get drafted that highly. He wouldn't be graded that highly in terms of film. And when it comes to his production, yes, he doesn't have like this massive like 1,800-yard receiving season, but TCU was a bad offense like his entire career up until this last year. They had like under 2,000 passing yards in his first year. They had like under like 3,000 passing yards in his second year. Finally, the third year, the passing offense was good, but he led that team in receiving every single year, dominated the market share. There just wasn't a ton to work with. And I know he was in the Big 12, but like his strength of schedule, his SRS, all that stuff looks good because they had a national championship winning, or they got to the national championship, so they played good teams. He popped off against like number 2 ranked Michigan in the college playoffs. He popped off against like a number 8 Kansas State twice. He popped off against Kansas. Like, played well in big games. I don't really buy the whole Big 12 narrative. They had Michael Crabtree. They had Des Bryant. They also had Justin Blackman, who was a stud before he had like off the field issues. I don't really put him in that same bucket as your Jalen Ragers, as your Josh Doxson's, all of those horror stories. Now that is my QJ. Now that is my QJ spiel here. We're on the clock. I haven't taken even a glance at what's just happened on the board here. Addison, of course, Flowers is gone. Let's do this. So Tillman is interesting. I think I probably end up. So A-Chain's off the board. Tucker's available. Honestly, in this mock, dude, if Zach Evans is going to go third round to the Chiefs, then I think I'll take Zach Evans at 208. I think I'll do that. I think I truly, truly will. Let me look through this one more time. Hey, we got Pesky in here. What's going on, brother? Did I miss anybody? Like, I'm looking through. Like, I guess you could have made the case for Sean Tucker on the Vikings, Roschon Johnson on the Panthers. Depending on how you feel about Sam Laporta, you could have gone with him, or I could have gone with him. I would have been there on the Roschon Johnson sleeper stuff, but he didn't really run all that well. Oh, damn, Luke Musgrave was available. I think I would have gone Luke Musgrave over Zach Evans if I saw him, but I was kind of giving you guys a monologue on Quentin Johnston. Yeah, lots like Cincinnati last year, a lot of talent in the draft from them. QJ's a monster. His ability to shake the first defender, make a miss. He looks really good, man. He looks really good. Oh, damn. I probably should have color-coded them up with the sleeper stuff. Now, we have Downs, who went to the Patriots in round 2, go off the board. Mayer, Washington, A-Chain on the Cowboys. Kendre Miller actually quietly made out nice in this as well. Where did he go? To the Bears in the third round is actually really interesting for him. I also like Hooker going to the Lions in the second round. Let him sit, chill out, sit behind Goff. Where did Spears end up? Tyjae Spears on the Texans. Yeah, that's not good. Kayshon Boutte not even drafted. Probably a day 3 guy. Kayshon Boutte was probably my biggest faller, man. He's going to be somebody that just absolutely falls off the face of the earth for me. I don't think that he's going to get drafted in like the first 3 to 4 rounds. He's not athletic. He reminds me again a lot of like Tyler Johnson coming out. Cedric Tillman's a great pick there from Brock. I actually was eyeing him up there. My Evans pick. Cedric Tillman's interesting too. He had a great combine. And where does he go in this mock? Also to the Chargers. Cedric Tillman on the Chargers is really fun. What else we got in here? There are maybe 3 to 4 RBs who will be worth owning in this draft. I honestly disagree. I think the move with running backs is just take as many as possible. I think that we're going to see a lot of guys go like round 3, round 4, round 5, and just give you, sort of like what Khalil Herbert's been and Elijah Mitchell. I think there's going to be a lot of guys like that. Like, to me, Chase Brown's in that bag. Dwayne McBride's in that bag. I would say Eric Gray, Deuce Vaughn, Chris Rodriguez. Like, there's so many names that I would just stock up on whoever, to be honest with you. We got Mike Murray in here. What's going on, brother? Mike Murray is the GOAT, man. How you feeling about Marvin Mims after the combine? I'm into him. He probably has to go round 2 for me to be overly excited, but he does look pretty good. Like to me, I think a good comp for him is KJ Hamler in a good way. Okay, so I'm looking at the man. I might go with one of these second round tight ends, man. Could go Tyler Scott as well. I don't like going wide receiver, but I mean, we're talking here. I mean, Roshan Johnson's gone. You guys sucked up all of the running backs at this point. Mims is gone. Cedric Tillman is gone. Man. I think I'll take... Damn it, give me Sam Laporta. I don't like that at all, but give me Sam Laporta. Guy goes 57 to the Giants. I don't mind that at all. He's a pretty damn good prospect too, Laporta. I think if he went second round, he'd probably end up being a gold tight end for me. But he's really fun. I'll be honest, I'm doing so much talking about just what's going on in the draft that I'm not even thinking about the picks myself. I was looking at Rashee Rice. I was looking at Tucker Kraft. Who else was I looking at as well? I was looking at Tyler Scott too. I mean, he goes what? Tyler Scott goes to the Chiefs in the second round. I probably should have taken Tyler Scott, to be real, man. Tyler Scott to the Chiefs in the second round is probably a must draft at that spot. Yeah, Boutte was such a disappointment. I liked him. And then the combine just tells me that his draft capital is going to be crazy bad. Do you like Tillman? He had injuries in this past season, but I know people liked him after his 2021 season. He kind of looks like on paper like a Chase Claypool, like non-early declare, but he's an athletic guy. I've seen like splits of like him playing in the games with Jalen Hyatt, and he like almost outproduces him in a way. So I am a big fan of Cedric Tillman. I think he has high upside. Lance Zierlein likes him as well, so he pops a little bit. In that sense, he won't be like a huge target for me, but like as a rookie third rounder, I could probably be into it. Yeah, that was a mistake letting Tyler Scott go. I can't stress this enough, fellas. This isn't a real money rookie draft or anything. Like, please don't judge what I end up with here. I just wanted to talk ball. Talk rookie prospects. We'll do another one. I think I'll be a little bit more locked in on where players should go. Do you like to? All right, I already answered that. Yeah, I agree. Third round Abinaconda, third round Chase Brown. I agree. Both guys I think are interesting. Now, Abinaconda didn't test, but he's like super, super young. I think he's an early declare as well. He's very interesting to me. What else is on the board that I've been missing? So I think, no, Rashee Rice went. A.T. Perry hasn't gone. What do you guys think about A.T. Perry? I am not all that interested in A.T. Perry. I guess like I kind of like that. Like I think that A.T. Perry's biggest pro is that you can make your team name a pun off of Katy Perry. But that's really all I got. Now let's think here. Wide receiver. There's nothing that I love here at all. Man, it just got so thin. I was into Raheem Jarrett for a little bit there, but I'm really not all that interested anymore. Should I just go A.T. Perry? He's like the last guy that got drafted on day 2 that's available here. I guess I'll take A.T. Perry. I was talking a bunch about A.T. Perry. Let's take A.T. Perry. I don't really like A.T. Perry, but in the 4th round of a rookie draft and he goes on day 2 of the NFL draft, I'll take him. I'm not judging, LOL. Yeah, I get it. I think Gibbs 107 was the best value on the board. Yeah? I don't know. Second round, he goes second round to the Cardinals. Yeah, that's a pretty sweet spot. Yeah, I don't hate that. I don't hate that guess. Yeah, it's super flex. 107 spot looking like a dead zone. To be honest with you, I don't really know, man. I don't think it's a dead zone. Like, to me, like this top 10 is all like rock solid to me. I think, and then I would even put Flowers. Like, Dude, I honestly I'm stoked to have my first round picks this year, dude. What else we got in here? We'll start up. We'll do one more. We'll start that in a second. Kincaid, top tight end in this class, in my opinion. Man, I don't mind that. I want to see him test first, though. And with tight ends, athleticism matters more than any other position. So if you want to say, watch the tape, you don't need the combine. For tight end, we need the damn combine. So I would like to see him test first. How hard are you rooting for Lamar to the Jets? Pretty damn hard. I don't think it's going to happen. I know, like, the Jets owner, coach, GM, Hackett went. They all took a private jet to California to meet with Aaron Rodgers. I'm hoping that we get a deal done. Like, by tomorrow morning, we'll see. Probably not. I think Lamar is a pipe dream, if I'm going to be honest. I hate to say it. I like the Rice tight end. Zach Kuntz? Yeah, he looks good too. If he goes like third, fourth round, I think that's going to be nice. A.T. Perry? I feel like I'm saying that wrong. Dude, so many nice tight ends in this class. The wide receivers are kind of mid, but this class is absolutely loaded. Otherwise, don't be weird and say that it's not. Yeah, I agree. I was kind of weaning off this class. I was like, man, I don't really love this class, dude. But I look at it, and the thing is that it's not a weak class. It's a weaker running back class than we want. Like, we were told this is going to be the running back class, and it just hasn't been, right? I think that you could say firmly Bijan, of course, but after Bijan, there's a pretty big gap. Gibbs is still exciting, Charbonnet is exciting, and then it probably kind of falls off a cliff after that. But everything else is amazing, dude. We in this mock draft from Todd McShay, he has 4 quarterbacks going in the top 10. Just based on what quarterbacks are valued in a startup, like, that is massive. That means if 4 quarterbacks go in the top 10 plus Bijan, plus JSN, plus Quentin Johnston, like, the entire first round is kind of loaded. What else we got here? Darnell Washington. Darnell Washington's my tight end one as of now as well, but Kincaid could go crazy. All right, so let's start a new one. Let's start a new one. Should I drop a new rookie draft link and kick everybody out? You know what? Let's do that. Let's do that. I'm gonna put this here. I know I hate to make you guys join again, but just trust. I think it's just better, to get. Just be quick on the link if you want to come in here again. All right, I'm gonna send the link. All right, it's here. All right, so what have I missed? For fantasy, Kincaid may be higher, but Washington is my guy IRL. Here's the thing. I know that Darnell Washington's a blocker, man, but, like, I said this in the video yesterday. Gronk is an elite blocker, and he was an amazing receiver too. Kittle's an elite blocker, and he was an amazing receiver too. Now, I know that it's kind of been to Kittle's detriment a little bit, but he's still been, like, an elite asset in Dynasty and fantasy in general, and that's at the end of the day what we're looking for, So I'm down to take that swing, and if it ends up that he's just like he's a blocker first, receiver second, I'll burn a second round rookie pick to see the river card on that. All right, so let's randomize the draft order and get to it. Again, I'm at the back, bro. God damn. Okay, I'm an idiot for starting it, but again, these are the landing spots. To my right, your left. Just make sure you're drafting off of those landing spots. You have Bijan go 101. Again, 10th overall to the Eagles is crazy. Bryce Young, Stroud. What else we got? That's a funny thing. This class was meant to be so deep at running back. And running back is deep, but I think the high end is what's lacking with running back. You got in this time? All right, let's go. Yeah, that's fair. I guess I'm not ultra excited to take Zay Flowers in the late first. All right, let's see. So who's gone now? Gibbs. So Gibbs is gone, JSN's gone, Quentin Johnston's gone, Levis, Richardson. So there's not really anything all that sexy for me to grab. We'll see what Smoody does here. Yeah, that's a little bit early for Quentin Johnston. Probably around where I'd have him though, to be honest. I think I would probably put like QJ, JSN ahead of Levis, but I mean like the way that quarterbacks are valued, like you could talk me into Levis at 105 pretty easily. We have Charbonnet go here. JSN's off the board. Quentin Johnston's off the board. I will take Chargers Jordan Addison all day long. If Jordan Addison's a late first round pick, fellas, that's really, really nice. I think that's probably going to be how it ends up too. Yeah, I agree. I think the blocking limits him from being, like Travis Kelce, but like top 5 elite tight end holds like big value in tight end premium leagues. Like I think he can be that. I do. 2 RBs get drafted in the second round and might get deeper. Yeah. That's true. I honestly think Gibbs probably goes early second these days, but it could happen. Yeah, exactly. There's a bunch of committee backs. That's why I think this class is really nice because, again, we're lacking high end at running back, which is like what we were sold on with this class. But at the same time, we have the running back class is super deep. So your seconds, thirds, fourths are really nice because of that. And then up top, again, 4 quarterbacks, Bijan, Gibbs, like 3 really nice wide receivers. The most loaded tight end class since like I don't know. It's tough because tight end classes, like tight ends are so hit or miss. Like, but the like OJ Howard, Evan Ingram, David Njoku, Irv Smith class is like the last one I think is comparable to this one. There's also a crazy tight end class. Like I think Jimmy Graham and Gronk and Aaron Hernandez were in the same draft. I could be wrong. And I think Kelce and Ertz were in the same class too. I think Gerald Everett was also in the Njoku draft class. Feel free to fact check me on that. How do we feel about Devin Achane on the Cowboys? I'm gonna assume that means that they told Zeke to kick rocks, but I think that his skill set kind of doesn't make a ton of sense there. Yeah, exactly. And I don't think that it's really like at a fault to everybody else. I just think the first round is pretty damn good. Like the top 10 picks are really nice. Draft is 10 deep. Yeah, I agree. Zay Flowers has an all-time bad man coverage win rate. Really? I didn't know that. I'm not a huge fan of him. I know some guys have him as like a top 3 wide receiver. Absolutely love Zay Flowers. To me, I'd probably have him like last year Jahan Dotson was at the 1-2 turn. I probably value him similar to a Jahan Dotson, Zay Flowers. 4-year guy, undersized, not all that interesting. But if he goes in the first round, he becomes interesting. Is kind of what it boils down to. I don't think Charbonnet goes late round 1. Maybe he does, but I don't know. Yeah, I agree. 10% against man coverage. I'll have to look into that. That's interesting. Sadly, I haven't been able to play around with stats like that in the RS grades just because there's not enough data yet, man. Like those really cool stats like yards after catch, even like ADOT, like those are simpler, but I like to have a big sample back to 2007. But I think eventually, we'll get enough in the future that I can kind of dump the back end of the database and then start putting in those cool things like yards per out run versus man coverage and man coverage win rate and all of that. So what do we have here? Kendre Miller goes, who I think is in a really nice spot again. All right, so we're going to be looking at a bunch of running backs as always with this class. The wide receivers have fallen off. Tight end, I mean, you have Musgrave went to the Panthers in the second round. I think I'll probably chill on that, and I'll just go Sean Tucker. I think if Sean Tucker goes day 2, he'll probably be much higher than the 210 for me in my rankings, to be honest. Even though it's the Vikings, I'm going to assume that the Vikings at this point probably either move on for Dalvin Cook, or even if they don't, if he's now in the Alexander Madison role and you have an old Dalvin Cook ahead of him, that's probably an interesting spot for him. What are your thoughts on Cooper Cup 101? Thanks for the super chat, Anthony. Um, I don't love it. He's like he's another year older. Like that whole team is super shitty. Like I just think that you're better off at wide receiver at the very, very least having Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson ahead. They're young, much less risk of like busting and being old and falling off a cliff. Both are tied to pretty damn good quarterbacks. I would take Kirk Cousins over like the ghost of like whatever's left of Matthew Stafford's like injury sort of situation going on there. And then of course Joe Burrow. So give me those two guys, but like Cooper Cup 105 in like a redraft, I think that's fine. I think that's what your question was. I can't tell if that was the question or if it was Cooper Cup for the 101 in a rookie draft. I'm not sure. 2010 was Gronk, Jimmy Graham, Jermaine Gresham, Ed Dixon, Dennis Pitta, Aaron Hernandez. Yeah, that's pretty sweet. That's pretty sweet, dude. Aaron Hernandez, terrible guy. But goddamn was he a stud, man. Yeah, I think at this point, I think Gibbs and Sharp are both locks to go second round at the absolute worst case scenario. Yeah, nobody wants Zach Evans on the Chiefs. Dotson kind of profiles a zone beater that struggled against man. I'm not sure. I haven't dove into the into that kind of stuff for prospects, but that checks out to me. Zay Flower needs a schemer like Shanahan or Bieniemy. Yeah, I agree. Stafford might retire. Yeah, that's the issue. Stafford might retire, or maybe they roll with Baker until he's like sort of healthy. There's a lot of question marks there. I don't doubt that Cooper Kupp is going to be good and probably still be a 20-point per game wide receiver, but it's tough to kind of explain floor. But because like Jamar Chase and Jefferson are so young and like so firmly in their prime and their situations are a lot more stable and certain, that I would just rather, if I'm going to take a wide receiver at 101, I'd rather be one of those guys, even if you think that their week one projection is less than Cooper Kupp because, he balls out every time he's healthy and like maybe they have Stafford for week one. They're just more sure bets. And when you take a wide receiver at 101, you're not really shooting for like the crazy upside case. You just need a steady, 19 to 20 points per game every week, and you kind of build from there. All right, so Musgrave went, Mims went, Boutte went, Downs. I'm telling you guys, like I wouldn't even be taking Kayshon Boutte there. That's how far down he's gone for me. Now, there are some running backs that I do like available at this point. But, and this is a little bit of a cheat code because he's buried in these rankings, but give me Tyler Scott, second round wide receiver to the Chiefs in our landing spots mock draft here to my left. He goes 63rd overall to the Chiefs. I'll take that all day. You're essentially like his appeal. Now, I think that it's just because like this is a sleeper mock and it's probably not fully baked in. But a second round wide receiver to the Chiefs costed like up here last year. If Tyler Scott goes second round to the Chiefs and he's valued like anywhere like late second, early third, like I'd be interested in it. I don't think that that's probably what ends up happening, but you get what I'm saying. Yeah, I get what you're saying. It's just from like a very macro point of view. He's going to be in his 30s at this point. There's a lot of question marks with the quarterback. And if I'm at the 101, I just want to be safer. But I think Cooper Kupp would probably be like my wide receiver 3, wide receiver 4, like a top 6 draft pick for me in redraft anyway. So I'm not necessarily low on him. It's really just that if I'm going to spend such a high draft pick on a wide receiver, it's going to be one that I'm pretty confident in the floor of. What do we got? Gibbs late first. Yeah, I think that he could go late first. It depends where Bijan goes. Because if Bijan goes late first, I think it probably pushes Gibbs back. You don't want Zach Evans even on KC? I'd be pretty interested in Zach Evans on KC. Smash that trade USMC. Would you trade 102 and 106 for the 101 and 109? I think for sure. I think I would for sure. You should probably smash accept that, brother. I would actually love that, dude. If they move Stafford, some picks around, and get Lamar, that'd be fun. Why is AR-15 going after CJ and Young? I'm honestly not sure. It's happened in both of these drafts. It seems like the market is much more hesitant to pull the trigger on Richardson ahead of those guys. I think it's very close to me. I think right now I would probably go Young, Richardson, Stroud. But if this happened in real life, Young to the Colts, Richardson to the Raiders, man. Richardson to the Raiders at Raiders fourth overall, dude, and I might have him as my 102. I really might. It'd be extremely hard not to. So A.T. Perry's not around here, huh? Kuntz is fun, but I'll hold off for now. I'll just take a running back. Man, Evan Hull's now a 3rd round rookie pick, huh? I think I'll go Chris Rodriguez. I guess he didn't test at the combine, but I think that he's going to be a name in this draft. The Jets get Rodgers. What will you think of Elijah Moore in Dynasty? Probably about the same. I probably wouldn't really jump the gun on him. It's tough to know. Honestly, if the Jets get Rodgers, I think it's probably likely that Moore gets dealt for him. Do we just underrate Cincy wide receivers because they sort of come out of nowhere? Pierce came out of nowhere. Now Scott is too. Honestly, no. Like, it's just that Scott isn't a great prospect. Like, we as a community were very much okay with Sky Moore even before the Chiefs landing spot. You can come from a small school, but you have to produce and like look good as a prospect. Tyler Scott isn't all that great as a prospect. Corey Davis is gonna get released by the Jets, to be honest with you. Eric Gray is getting slept on. Yeah, I agree. 4th round rookie pick is fun for him. A-Rich is the fake it till you make it kind of QB. I guess so. I guess so. All right, fellas. Yeah, I agree. I think Richardson, dude, 4th overall to the Raiders. He's going to be thrown to Devontae Adams. Like, I don't think I could have him any lower than 102. I don't think so. But, yeah, Noah is moving the Evan Hull market. I was taking, like, the 4th round, like, last pick with you guys last time we did one of these. Now, that is going to do it for us today. It's a little bit late. But I appreciate you guys coming out here. This was kind of like a last-minute stream. Just wanted to sort of talk some prospects, sort of gauge what you guys were thinking about, the players in this draft, sort of look through and treat Todd McShay's mock as, gospel and see how things shake out. Now, that's going to do it for us today. As always, or not as always, but as of recently, on the Patreon, patreon.com/Ron Stewart, link in the live chat, description, comments down below. If you want access to my prospect grades, you can look through my RS grades. I have them all live on the Discord. You can look through 2023. You can look through my quarterback, running back, wide receiver, tight end grades all the way through 2007. You can look through my 2024 and 2025 grades if you're out there and you like Devi. That's all on the Patreon. You get my rookie rankings, my dynasty rankings. You get everything you could possibly imagine. We have channels in there. We're talking shop every single day. So if you want to join, that'll be patreon.com/Ron Stewart. As always, I love talking with you guys, just hanging out here, doing a stream. Just know, fellas, put the word out there that I'm back. All right. We had a video yesterday. We had a stream today. We're going to have a wide receiver model video tomorrow. I'm going to break down my entire wide receiver model, the RS grades. We're going to go through my top 5 wide receivers, go through their player comps for my model, and we're going to do that for the running backs, the tight ends, the quarterbacks, everything you could imagine. Dynasty rankings update Saturday, Sunday. Next week, we'll talk through some guys that are skyrocketing. We'll talk through some trade targets. We'll even have like a one-off March Madness video. So we got a lot of content here, okay? I know that I've been a little bit inactive. I've been, lurking, sitting, chilling, doing my, balls deep in the spreadsheets, worrying about taxes, worrying about this and that, doing a lot of stuff behind the scenes. But now we're back. I'm back on camera. Put the word out there that I'm back up. And I will see you guys in the next one.